welcome back to my channel. I know it's been so long since I've recorded a video, but I'm back. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Amber and I run the fashion blog, the Cocoa Butter Diaries, where I focus on all things special. Since I am coming back after, I think it's been about 9 months since I recorded a video, I figured I'd welcome back myself. Welcome back, girl. Thanks. So for this video, we're going to do things a little bit different instead of just jumping right back into the fashion. I don't know if you've seen the 50 random questions tag, but I figured it's a good way for you guys to get reacquainted with me. And for those of you who don't know me or who don't follow my blog or my Instagram, then this is a good way for you to get to know me as well. So I have 50 questions that I'm going to answer, and let's just get into it. Where am I from? I am from the San Francisco Bay Area, where we get hyphy. Yay! I was born and raised in San Francisco, and then we moved out of the city proper when I was about 8. And I've lived in the Bay Area since I was 8 with a 2-year stint in New York, but pretty much Bay Area is my home. Next question. If I changed my name, what would it be? You know, that's a really good question. Usually when I have to use a fake name, or when people don't know what my name is, if they forget that it's Amber, they usually assume my name is either Amanda or Ashley. So I would probably go with one of those. I'm leaning more towards Amanda because Amanda sounds like me. If I were to have another name, like Amanda would be me. What's my sign? I am a Leo. Actually, I feel like I'm a little bit of a Leo and a little bit of a Cancer because my birthday is only 4 days into Leo. It's July 27th. So, and Cancer ends on the 23rd. So I kind of feel like I have both Cancer and Leo tendencies. But my sign, if you want to get technical, is a Leo. My favorite color, believe it or not, my favorite color is actually pink. I hardly wear it, but pink is my all-time favorite color. My favorite color to wear, though, is black, obviously. What's my favorite beverage? I don't drink alcohol. I'm allergic to alcohol, so if you were expecting me to say a cocktail, sorry, that ain't me. My favorite beverage actually is sweet tea. I love a good ice cold sweet tea, and the best one, if it's not homemade by my mama, I get it from McDonald's. Don't judge me. Biggest accomplishment in life so far. I would have to say my biggest accomplishment in life so far has been getting my first master's degree. It was so much work. Normally it was a 2 years program. I was getting my master's in economics. But after a year, I started working full time. And so for the last 3 years of finishing my master's degree, I was working full time and taking classes and writing my thesis. So the fact that I was able to accomplish all of those things in that time, I'm really proud of myself. So I would say that's my biggest accomplishment. Who is my favorite actor or actress? You know, that's a tough question. I don't really have a favorite per se. I do love George Clooney. A lot of his movies, like the movies in general, he happens to be in that I like. So I love Oceans 11, 12, and 13. I loved Up in the Air. I loved Michael Clayton. There's a whole bunch of movies that he's done that he's been the starring role and I've really enjoyed. So I'm just gonna go with George Clooney on this one. And he's very handsome. Favorite musician. That's hard because I like so many different genres of music that I can't pick one. But if I had to pick one, for like if I was on a deserted island and this person was with me and they had to sing to me until the day I die, I would have to say either Robin Thicke or John Legend. They could sing me the phone book and I would never get tired of it. Favorite place I've visited. I would have to say London. London has by far been the favorite that I've visited. Everyone is so nice there. It's a great urban metropolitan city. It's kind of comparable to New York as far as how many people live there and the size. Everybody's so nice. It's clean. And yeah, and I actually don't mind the rain. I grew up here in the Bay Area, so I'm used to kind of that temperate climate where it doesn't get too hot. And a little rain here and there doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me. Plus I have really cute rain boots, so I get to wear those more often. Oh yeah, London. Favorite thing to cook. I would say my favorite thing to cook is anything pasta. I love pasta. Actually, the first thing I cooked with this whole shelter in place thing was cacio e pepe, which is just cheese and pepper. So you get really good spaghetti and you cook it as instructed. And then when it's piping hot, you toss some Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano in with it, and then some really good fresh cracked pepper, and that's it. It's super simple, but it's so tasty. I love it. Would you rather build an empire or unleash the potential of others? I think they go hand in hand, to be honest. If I build an empire, I have the ability to unleash the potential in others. So like, for example, if I, started a clothing line, I'd have the opportunity to mentor others, fund other people's dreams that, because I got help, things like that. So it's kind of one of those too much whom is given, much is required type thing. So I'd rather build an empire and help and use that empire to unleash the potential of others, if that makes any sense. The weirdest thing that I've ever seen. I guess the weirdest thing that I've ever seen, which growing up in San Francisco, not a lot of things to me are weird, but it's not weird, it's more funny. I was with my best friend. We were in the Haight-Ashbury and we were doing a little last minute shopping before we went on our vacation to Miami. And we walked out of a boutique and a man just walked right past us. Like, this was daytime. It was about like 5 p.m. Man walked right past us, stark naked, like without a care in the world. And we were just kind of like, was he? And then we just started laughing. So that has to be like the weirdest thing that I've seen. And to most people, that's probably not that weird, but it was weird to me. Do you remember dreams? I don't. Even though sometimes I do have very vivid and lucid dreams, I don't always remember them. Yeah, I don't remember my dreams really. Would you rather kiss or cuddle? I don't like to cuddle. I don't know if it's just because I sleep on my stomach. That's why I don't like to cuddle, but I'm not a cuddler. Like, I'll, if we're laying there and I have my head on your shoulder and we're just kind of like chilling until we like fall asleep, I'll do that. But once I'm asleep, now I'm rolling over to my side of the bed and I'm not cuddling. Like, like, I'm sorry. I'm just not a cuddler. But kissing, yes, I very much like to kiss. And I think I'm a pretty good kisser. So yeah, but I love kissing. A good old-fashioned make-out session never goes out of style unless you're a terrible kisser, and then it's not fun. Next question. Do I have any tattoos? Yes, I have one. I'm not gonna say where it is, but yes, I have one. Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I am mother to an adorable 9-year-old miniature schnauzer named Dexter. This is my little cutie pie, Dexter. He's being a little camera shy. Say hi, everybody. Hi. He hates when I hold him like this. But yes, this is my pet. This is my adorable miniature schnauzer, Dexter. Yeah. All he does is throw shade at me. So that's as good as y'all are gonna get. So say bye. Are there any convictions worth dying for? No. Nah, I don't go to the mat that hard for anything where it's worth dying over. I'm kind of Voltaire on this one. I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend you for your right to say it. So, you know, you can say whatever you want and that's cool, but I'm not gonna die over it. Nah. Do you believe in love at first sight? No. But I do believe you can be highly enamored with someone at first sight. Like you can be smitten with someone. There's plenty of people that I have met and dated where as soon as I laid eyes on them, I was just like, bam, wow, this person is, woo, you know, it's a shock to the system. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened. But love at first sight, nah. Who would you call first if you found a dead body? Okay, if I found a dead body, the first person that I would call is my best friend Risa for 2 reasons. A, she's my best friend, so I know she would be able to keep secrets. And B, she's an attorney. Ideal first date, April 25th. Just kidding. My ideal first date, honestly, I like my first dates to be chill. I've had my, you know, fair share of first dates. You know, some have been really, really, you know, typical and vanilla, and some have been really fun. Like one guy, he took me to a baseball game on a first date, and I was like, that's actually a really great date because you can sit there, you can pig out, have a good time, you're casual. You know, I got to wear a baseball cap and a hoodie because we were just going to a baseball game, so it was really chill. And then like we had so much fun at the baseball game, we went on another date, and then I got to be dressed up at that one. So then it was just like, see, I can be cute too. So like, it doesn't always have to be dinner and drinks. Again, I don't drink, so drinks aren't usually my first choice anyway. So be creative. To me, that actually stands out a lot to me if you're really creative. So like that baseball game was really creative. Going for a walk. If you have a dog and I have a dog, we can walk our dogs together in the park. Even just a cup of coffee, just chilling and having a cup of coffee in the afternoon, or grabbing like tea and dessert. Like I'm, you know, just as long as you put some thought into it and you know what I like, that's fine with me. Oh, I had one guy who he knew I really loved sushi, and he went all out on our first date. He actually took me to a omakase dinner, which is like the chef's table where you sit at the sushi bar and they just like hand you stuff to eat, and it's like 15 courses. He did that on a first date, and I was really, really impressed. And the fact that he knew how much I love sushi and we had an experience like that on a first date, that put him up there on the list. What do I look for in a partner? Number one thing, definitely have to be ambitious. Because I'm a very ambitious person, so you definitely have to be ambitious too. I can't deal with someone who doesn't have any drive or any ambition. Also, I like someone who is like a man's man, you know, tough, rugged, you know, fix things and all that stuff. But then he has a very like sensitive side. Like he can be vulnerable with me. You know, he's not too macho to be vulnerable with me. He also has to make me laugh. Has to make me laugh. Has to have a great sense of humor. Very sarcastic and dry sense of humor is a must. And also someone who's very thoughtful. I'm really big into someone who does the little things, like, you know, make me coffee in the morning because, you know, I like to have a cup of coffee when I first start my day. You know, put a snack in my purse because, you know, I forget to eat. Like things like that go a long way with me too. So I would say someone who's extremely thoughtful. What scares you about aging? Nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm highly melanated, so I'm not really that pressed about it. I'm 34 and I look like this. So I look forward to aging gracefully and if my mother is an example of how well I'm going to age, I'm going to be just fine. But also really good skincare and drinking lots of water are very important. How difficult is it for you to forgive someone who won't apologize? As a Leo, I definitely need an apology. I need an apology. You need to take me to dinner and you need to buy me something. I'm sorry. Like, because you have cut me deep and I am hurt. So it's going to take more than an apology to, you know, have me, you know, forgive you, basically. I hate to say it, but yeah, I need more than an apology. Would you ever live abroad? Yes. I have wanted to live abroad for quite some time. Again, London would be the ideal place for me to live. Or I thought about maybe moving to Canada, like maybe like Toronto or Vancouver or something like that. I need something that's kind of worldly, not worldly in the secular sense, but just like a very like global hub, kind of like London, Toronto, you know, which is why I gravitated to New York, and lived in New York for 2 years. Like I need places that are kind of like that. But yeah, I would definitely live abroad. Next question. Have you ever dated 2 people at once? Yeah, it's 2020. Of course I have. Who hasn't? Next question. How many days could you stay in solitary? This is, when I'm recording this is day 21 of shelter in place in California. I think I'm all right. I think I could do 21 plus days. Which celebrity would you want to be your sister? Ooh, that's a great question. I would want, what's her name? Because I just love her. I would want Yara Shahidi to be my sister. I feel like she's so wise and funny, and she dresses well. I love that she has so many pieces from Chanel in her closet. I think she's a brand ambassador for Chanel, but that's not important. But yeah, just the head that she has on her shoulders at such a young age, it just blows my mind, and she inspires me. So yeah, Yara Shahidi. My favorite tea flavor. Okay, so it's a tie. I have 2. One would be a good old English breakfast tea, and I like to drink it British style with a little cream and sugar in it. And then my other favorite flavor is, I love a good vanilla chai. Almond milk chai lattes are my favorite. I even have all the equipment to make almond milk chais at home. Because that's how much I like them, and I got tired of spending $5 every day at Starbucks buying one when I could buy all the ingredients here for about $5 and make as many as I want. So those are my favorite flavors of tea. What's a strange occurrence that you never shared with anyone? I don't really have anything that I've never told anyone. I'm pretty much an open book, so like, yeah, like my best friends know pretty much everything that's happened in my life. And I've had a few crazy moments, but yeah, not that many, and not ones that I would not share. So sorry, don't have that. Where would I retire to? Oh, it's a great question. It would definitely have to be somewhere warm, preferably on a beach, where I know I would get the most bang for my buck as far as like my retirement money. So yeah, so probably somewhere in the Caribbean. Jamaica would be great. I loved when I vacationed to Jamaica. I almost did not want to come home. It was absolutely glorious. Or any of the smaller Caribbean islands like Bermuda or Barbados or Anguilla, like, or Trinidad. Any of those places, I'm down. Next question. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I'm both, because I don't really sleep. I get up early and I go to bed late. So I don't know how I function. Because I get up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I go to bed at like 11. So I don't know. What was the first age when you started wearing makeup? Well, the first time I was actually allowed to wear makeup was for my senior prom. I was 17. My mom always thought that I was too young to wear makeup when I was a teenager because she thought my skin was still maturing, and she wanted me to, you know, let my skin mature properly without the, you know, harms of makeup. So I pretty much went all my teenage years without makeup, and I didn't really start wearing makeup until like I was in my mid-20s. And that was kind of like when I started buying makeup and kind of playing around with it, because I started going clubbing and stuff, and the girls I would go clubbing with, their faces would be like beat, and you know, taking pictures with them and all that stuff, like I looked super plain and regular next to them. So I was like, I need to step my game up. And so thank God for YouTube, and I learned how to, you know, blend my, you know, eye colors and wing my eyeliner and put fake lashes on and lipstick and all that stuff. Like I learned all that in my mid-20s, and that's when I kind of started really wearing makeup, but only to go out. As far as on a day-to-day basis, I still don't. I don't wear makeup. The only thing you'll see me in is lipstick, Exhibit A. I don't wear anything else on my face, mostly out of laziness. I just don't have the time, or nor do I feel like taking an extra 20 minutes in my morning to beat my face. It's just not high up on my priority list. I'd rather use that extra 20 minutes to sleep. So so yeah, the most you'll see me have on is maybe like lipstick, maybe some mascara, and maybe I'll do like my brows or something. But then again, I have a pixie cut and I have bangs. You can't really see my eyebrows, so it doesn't matter. But that's minimal here. I do like a good tinted moisturizer though. Like there was for a minute, there was a time where I was really heavy into the whole BB CC cream type thing. I know a lot of people have shied away from that, but there was a time where I rocked with that heavy, and that was kind of my everyday makeup. What's a book that you're reading right now? Ooh, I do love to read. What am I reading right now? Oh, I'm reading The Fifth Risk by Michael Lewis. He's a really great writer. He also wrote Moneyball and The Big Short, which got turned into movies. His books are excellent. What was my first concert? Don't laugh at me. My age is definitely gonna show. But my very first concert was when I was 14, and this was peak boy band era. So you know where this is going. My first concert was an NSYNC concert. It was the No Strings Attached tour. I went with my friends. It was the first time me and like 3 of my friends, we went to a concert. Like one of our parents drove us there and sat like in the row behind us, and we, you know, danced and sang our little lungs out to all the NSYNC songs. And yeah, so that was my very first concert, because I was in love with JC. Couldn't tell me nothing. We were gonna get married, and NSYNC was my band. So if you had to give up one sense, what would it be? Definitely not hearing, because I wouldn't be able to hear music or hear people's voices. Definitely not smell and taste, because I love food. Definitely need my sight. Probably touch. I think I would be okay with not having a sense of touch. If I had to get rid of one sense, it would probably be touch. Like if I touched something and I didn't feel anything, I think that would be okay. What are some of the different jobs that you've had? My very first job, I scooped ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery. I was a commercial bus driver in college. I've been an intern at the California Energy Commission when I was finishing up college. I've worked as a business valuations intern, valuing companies for everything from estates to mergers and acquisitions. I worked as a data analyst. I worked as a retail stylist. I've worked as a visual person, visual merchandiser. personal stylist. I was a personal assistant for an executive for one day. He drove me crazy. Yeah, so some of the jobs that I've had. Oh, and I was a TA in grad school. That was actually kind of fun though. The hardest part of my job, well, I'm a visual merchandiser. That's my 9 to 5. The hardest part of my job would have to be the hours. Part of being in visuals is that we do most of our work when the store is closed. So we have to be at work very early in the morning, sometimes as early as 4 o'clock in the morning, depending on what we have to do, because we're, you know, not only just moving around clothes and dressing mannequins, we're actually like repositioning shelves and rearranging furniture and things. And a lot of that has to take place before the store opens. So the hours working, you know, 4 to noon, and then trying to be like, oh, I still got stuff to do today, but then I want to take a nap, and being completely unproductive, that is the hardest part of my job. But I love what I do though. One thing that scares me that I would never try, I am petrified of heights. Like, even though I'm a visual merchandiser and I'm on ladders all the time, that even that height bothers me. So anything that has to do with heights, hot air balloons, bungee jumping, you know, skydiving, any of those things from extreme heights, nope, not doing it. Don't ask me. My favorite YouTube videos to watch. I tend to like to, even though it's not something that I personally do, I don't really like shop en masse like that. I'd love to watch like haul videos, especially like Brittany, like Pockets and Bows. I love watching her haul videos because she, you know, not only shows what she buys, but then she also like styles it. Love those. I love watching some of the weekly vlogs too. She does those too. And I like Monroe Steele's vlogs because she's really into fashion, but then she's also very entertaining to watch. So I like her. Just mostly fashion hauls, bag collections, shoe collections, you know, biggest regrets as far as like purchases, like kind of, I guess you could say just a lot of the fashion related YouTube videos. But then I also like makeup tutorials. Like I love watching Jackie Ina videos. I don't know if it's just because, again, she's entertaining and her voice is very soothing and she's really funny. I don't even wear makeup like that, but I just like watching her beat her face, and her makeup always looks amazing, and it kind of makes me want to try it. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know, we're not going to do this. But I love watching her videos though. Animal that scares you the most. Birds. I am petrified of birds. I had something happen to me that was very traumatic when I was 4. No, I'm not going to go into it any further, but I can't stand birds. I am terrified of birds, and that's all I'm going to say about it. What's an item that I collect? Something that I kind of collect that's kind of a little tchotchke-ish is every time I visit a place, I buy a shot glass from there. Even though I don't drink, I buy shot glasses from every place that I've been. So that's kind of random to say that I've been there. Also refrigerator magnets. I do that mostly for my mom. She loves having like magnets of some of the places that I've been. I always buy her a really nice one. And then something kind of fashiony that I collect, since this is a YouTube channel about the fashion. I collect Chanel brooches. This is my favorite one. I also collect shoes. Shoes are like art to me. I can never have too many. And yeah, so Chanel brooches and shoes. And shot glasses. What do I want to be when I grew up? I think when I was in like the 3rd grade, I wanted to be a shrink. And then I wanted to be a lawyer. Believe it or not, I never wanted to be in the medical field. I never wanted to be a doctor. I was always too squeamish, even as a kid, that it was just like, nah, this ain't your ministry. In high school, when I was about to get to college, I wanted to be an architect or an interior designer. I was really good at math, and especially geometry. I loved it, so I really wanted to go into architecture. But when I got into college, I ended up going to UC Davis. Davis didn't have architecture, so I did civil engineering instead, and realized after taking that I hated physics. So switched my major from civil engineering to econ. And I don't regret, because I still get to work with numbers every day, and I love math. So yeah, that was what I wanted to be when I grew up. How are you different from your mother? That's a really good question. I might need a little bit more time for this one. Need a lot of time. No, just kidding. My mom and I have very different personalities. Like, she's very introverted and I'm more extroverted. So I like to go out. I'm, very social and stuff like that, whereas my mom is more of a homebody. So when I was growing up, we used to butt heads about that all the time. I would always find a way to, if my curfew was at midnight, I would come in at 11:59. Like, I was always trying to push the envelope. So we went at it when I was a teenager. But now we're like besties. We have similar tastes when it comes to clothing, and we often reach for the same things when we're out shopping. The only thing is that I love to wear stilettos and she doesn't. And she also wears a lot more color and I don't, but it's okay. We don't have to see eye to eye on everything. But yeah, I would just say personality wise, she's more introverted and I'm more extroverted. And those are the only areas where we really differ. How much does music matter to you? Oh, music is life to me. I'm always humming a tune. I always have music on in my car, always have music on when I'm in the shower, always have my headphones on when I'm, riding the bus, or even when I'm at work before the store opens, where, I have my headphones in. Music is everything. Especially some good old R&B. Old school R&B too. Woo! You can just take me right on home. I love music. If I had 1 year left to live, what would I do? I would marry the love of my life. I would hop on a plane. I would travel the world. And I would do everything in every country that I've always wanted to do. Go to Australia, hug a koala, go to Japan, participate in a traditional tea ceremony, you name it. I would want to do it. And feel like I've lived my best life and go out on top. What would you rather have? Infinite amount of money or unending love? I take the money, because money solves a lot of problems. If I had unlimited money, most of my problems would be solved. And, love, whether it came to me or not, I don't think I would be too, it would be missed. There's always ways to find love, but I definitely think that money would solve more problems. So I would pick the money. Free healthcare or free education? Given how Rona has us all stuck in the house right now, I'm gonna have to go with healthcare, because there's so many people where this could have been avoided. Like the fact that, there's shortages of masks and protective equipment and ventilators and hospital beds, and, doctors and nurses are having to call in because, they don't feel safe at work. Like, that is a problem. People can't get tested when they need to get tested, or, the fact that everybody in the country isn't just getting tested. Like, the fact that it's for-profit healthcare here in this country, like, it really, really hurts my soul. If we could just take care of everybody, that would be ideal. You wouldn't have to worry about having a job that offered benefits, or, oh, I only work part-time because I gotta, you know, be home for my kids. And so because I'm part-time, I don't have benefits at my job. Like, you should just be covered. Would you want to live somewhere where it always rains or where the sun never sets? I would want to live somewhere where it always rains because, again, I'm cool with the rain. I have really cute rain boots again, so I'm cool with it raining. I feel like if the sun never set, that would really mess up my circadian rhythms and I would not be able to sleep. And I'm one of those people that needs their room to be completely dark. So unless blackout blinds were a part of that the sun never sets package, yeah, sign me up for the always raining. Would you rather live in an apartment or a house? Given that the Bay Area is so expensive, I would settle for a really nice apartment in a nice building that had enough room for me, you know, potentially my squeeze, my dog, and enough room for my shoes. That would be enough for me. So unless, you know, the cost of living goes way, way down here in the Bay Area, I'm cool with an apartment. But yeah, if I lived in, you know, the South, like, you know, if I lived in Houston or Dallas or Atlanta with the rest of my family and I could get a big house for what I pay for an apartment here, yeah, I'd take that too. I just don't want to have to deal with mowing the lawn. I would hire somebody. Last question. Woo! What inspires me? Frankly, you guys do. The comments that I get on this channel, the comments that I get on my Instagram posts, the DMs that I get, you know, the comments that you guys leave on my blog, like that truly inspires me because it makes me feel like what I'm doing is helping someone. Like, yeah, you know, fashion can be seen as kind of a superficial profession or a superficial topic to talk about. But the fact that, you know, with my personal style, I inspire y'all to try new trends or put together an outfit that you never would have thought of. Or, you know, you see something I wear and you're like, I love that outfit. I want to recreate that with the stuff that I have in my closet. Like, that literally is everything to me. So my little corner of the internet, the cocoa butter crew, as I like to call y'all, like, y'all inspire me every day. And without y'all, I wouldn't be coming up on 5 years of doing, you know, of doing this whole blog thing. So thank you for inspiring me every day to push myself and to bring out the best in me as far as my creative side. I love you guys for that. So yeah, that is it. As far as the 50 random tags, that was kind of fun. I don't know if I want to do it again anytime soon. I felt like that was a lot of pressure. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. And don't forget to follow my blog, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification so that you never miss a video post. I'm going to try to be more frequent with my YouTube posts now that I have like a better sense of what I want to do on my channel. I'm going to try to start posting, if not once a week, twice a week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm glad you guys stopped by, and I'll see you guys next time.